I bought the Jaecoo J5 EV in Australia, and in this video I'll tell you everything about 1 week using it every single day. The good, the pros and cons, and let's see. The car really looks like a Range Rover, right? So we have all this nice frame, very similar to a Range Rover, which adds a nice plus to the car. The car has also a hidden wiper over here, so you cannot see it. It's nice as well. It's a very cool style. So what do we have here is an electric trunk. By the pressing of the key, open it, as you can see. And you can also choose the degree of the trunk that you want to open. What the car comes with, it doesn't come with a mat or anything. It just comes with this, where you can easily adjust in 2 levels. And then you also come with the tire repair kit and a charging cable. Apart from that, you have this mesh over here, this net. You have this place for the subwoofer, if you want to install a subwoofer. Otherwise, the car pretty much has an extra space where you can easily move from the top here until here, and I think it's about 480 liters. So now going to the front, you will have this button over here where you push it twice, and now you're going to open your trunk. So opening the trunk, you have about 36 or 38 liters over here. Here you have your windscreen washer. There I think you have your radiator thing. And that's basically. You can fit easily a backpack over here, or also very nice thing that they have a drain, so you can drain water into these specific buttons over here. I like to put this, so if there's any dirt, it just gets into this. It's not super nice, I bought from AliExpress, but it does the job. So this front doesn't close automatically, it's not power, so you just need to jam a little bit like this. Going to the car interior, you can see that it actually feels very premium. Starting by this 13-inch tablet over here, you can easily navigate through Google Maps or play a playlist on Spotify. We also have ambient lights that we can change the color, which is pretty nice. So going to the infotainment screen, if you see, we have the aircon in the car, so it's dual zone, so you can set here and here. You can also set smart mode, so you can change between rapid cooling, rapid heating, and smart deodorization. Another feature that I really like is that you can add heating the seats, but also if you don't want to heat the seats, you can add ventilation to the seats. So imagine, cold day you can heat the seats, but in a hot day or after coming from the gym, you can just make your seats ventilate. That's pretty dope. You also have a few settings like automatic defogging sensitivity, automatic cabin air cleaning, automatic cabin ventilation, which is pretty nice, and customized air conditioning over here. So this car has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is the main screen that you see, but if you want to, for example, use the Apple CarPlay, you can just click in the Apple CarPlay and now automatically loads the CarPlay. If you want to leave it, yes, it's a little bit hard because you need to basically up the screen and then click into the car settings if you want to change any car settings. We also have one of the nicest features that I like in this car, which is a 50 watts charging power. So this is also a fan for the charging. So the moment I put my phone over here, it automatically starts to charge. And for me, this is a very nice feature. It doesn't have many buttons, as you can see, but has different modes, so I can change to sport, eco, and normal mode. You also have the triangle, right, if you get into an accident or something else, so you need to change your tires, and the locking doors. That's basically the only buttons you're gonna have. So over here, into the steering wheel, is one of the places that I'm still like learning, because there's a lot of settings, but you have cruise control, automatic limiter into the speed. You also have this favorite button. So in this case, I changed mine to show, for example, parking. You can see a lot of different things, you know, and basically play around. Like if you want to see your left side mirror, your right side mirror, the reversing camera, you know, you can have an idea of all of them, which is pretty cool. Going to the car settings, we have energy mode. So right now my car is 72%. You can charge until 100 if you want. You have the energy recovery level, range display. You also have the extreme saving mode. You also have vehicle settings. You can do steering wheel button customization, which is the one that I showed you just now. You can also choose the height setting for the tailgate. So if you don't want to always open 100%, you can change that. Wiper sensitivity, door lock settings, maintenance reminder, wireless and like brake pitch control, and brake sensation linked to drive mode. You also have driver assistant, which you have a lot of different settings. To be honest, it's so many, I just leave all of them on, which is fine. You have the ambient light, so the car has some lights, as you could see over here, and the moment you change them, you can basically tweak the ambient lighting on the car. So what is nice about these lights is at night, because it's very visible, and also you can change the brightness. So right now it's not full brightness, but you can already see in a daylight, right? So I mean, if you put full brightness, it's very easy to see. You can also link to the drive mode and also link to the music rhythm. So for example, if you always want to know which drive mode you are, you can just link and then it will show red when you're in sport mode. The sound, for example, you can add the sounds for alerts. So if I am doing an arrow, you can see the sound and I can either remove it or I can increase the sound. So it's completely optional, and one thing that I really like about this car, you can tweak all the volume settings that you want. You also have the voice. So this car has an inbuilt voice activation, and one of the things that I personally like the most is this one. Hello, Jaecoo.
Here.
Open the sunshade.
Okay.
And now, voila. We are having our sunshade fully open just by voice activation. And you can do many other voice activations. You can tell to turn on the heater on the seats, turn on the ventilation on the seats, lower the driver window or lower your window, or yeah, many things. If you say I'm too cold, I'm too hot, it will like either increase or decrease by 1 degree your temperature in the car, which is all nice features. And if you keep the voice activation, you don't need to be worrying about saying something and the car trying to do. You can just activate whenever you want, and that's it. So going back over here into the display, you see that you have the wallpaper. You can also change the brightness of the screen. And you can also have this button, which is the screen cleaning. So if I click this, I can clean my screen, and whenever I'm done, I can just long press for 5 seconds, and now I can just go back to my thing. I have the system, so if you're American, you can change to year, month, and days. Otherwise, you can just keep normal, and also the power consumption and everything. So you have also the device manager for the Apple CarPlay. So in this case, I just have my phone. So you also have the buttons over here if you want to open your tailgate, or for example, the sunshade. If you want to open through here, you can as well. So you can either increase or decrease. Like now it's fully open, but if I want to close it, I can close through here as well. This is the driving modes, the smart key, and also you can, if you want, to change the headlight height adjustment. So going over here into the steering wheel, one of the biggest changes for me was the gear selection. The gear selection is just on the right side in Australia. Very strange and very nice. One of the nicest things about this car is that it doesn't allow you to enter in reverse or into driving if you don't have the seat belt. You're going to be seeing this warning over here, this P, which is normal for parking brake, And this car has automatic parking brake. So the only thing that you can like set the parking brake is by clicking the button that we have over here. So once you click it, you set the car in parking, and then basically that's it. On the other side, you have the wipers. So you see you have high, low, auto, off for the front and for the back. And that's basically it. And here going down and up, you can just do the arrow on your car. Once you do the arrow, if you're less than 30 kilometers per hour, you're gonna be seeing this nice camera to let you know if there is anything like a cyclist or someone on the road to avoid. Apart from this, what this car has is 2 cup holders, a lot of space, a very nice double glazed window, and also removes a lot of the noise. So I can hear a lot of birds, but the moment I race, that's it. It is very, very interesting and very nice. So here you have the rear mirror, which for me is normal. Here you can also open the sunshade. This button is a little bit strange because it does nothing. So I don't know why they have this. And these two, I think maybe buttons for like European models. Over here, you also have a very deep like dispenser tray over here. It's so deep that I found that they could have maybe done in a different way, because as you can see, I can basically put my arm's length inside. So, which is good, it's very deep, but I mean, you probably gonna be stacking things, which is fine, like if you are going to camping or somewhere else. At the bottom, you have a 12-volt charging here, and this side you have a USB-C and USB-A charging points. Another thing that you have is automatically folding mirrors. So the moment you click this button, but also the moment you park, the mirrors automatically fold. On here, you have basically the light settings and also the button to open the tailgate. So this seat is one of the most comfortable seats I ever sit in a car. And being honest, by 37,000 price point, for me, there's nothing to complain about these seats. They're firm, they're good. I like the way they go a little bit beyond. Like, so most seats, when you sit, you don't have this cushioning, right? You don't have this extra padding going over here and basically completing your thighs, which I believe is very nice and adds an extra comfort. And because of this material, they say it's very easy to clean, it's pet friendly, but also allow the ventilation, which is very strange and very nice at the same time. Both seats are electric. You can just change and tweak them going over here. As you can see, the other seat on the passenger side also is electric, which is a very nice thing. Here's the 12 volts charge that I was saying before. You just have a very normal tray, which there's nothing much to it. And basically that's the view of the car. Also, you have a small space behind the tablet, which I just added a tissue paper thing. So this is basically the view that you get from the car when you're on it and using it. So now, going to the back seats, they're very normal and very standard back seats. There's nothing much or else to it. So if you see from the back seat, you just have one single fan and one USB-A charging port. In terms of height and feeling like claustrophobic or a little bit tight in the spot, I'll be honest with you, I feel completely fine. And I'm 184. There's no lack of space. And this is me on the passenger side. So going from the driver's side, as you can see, and sitting behind it, yes, it's a little bit more tight because I'm going out the way and being comfortable for myself. And if you just sit properly, you see that there is still gap and I still sit comfortably behind the driver's side, which is almost all the way back. So in terms of headroom and space, you can see that there is enough and it's quite comfortable. And I wouldn't complain going a trip sitting like this for 3 hours or more. You also have the handle over here and a nice light that you can use it. So this is the view that you get when you open the sunshade. Incredible. So this is the view if you're sitting from the back seat. The only other thing that you have is this cup holder on the middle side of the passenger. Apart from this, you just have the trunk with this to protect it. So it's nice as well because it adds more space where you can either put something on top of this, like umbrella or yeah, anything else. That's the full Jaecoo J5 EV. So now, let's be honest about what I like, what I don't like, and what I feel could improve a little bit. So the first thing I actually don't mind, but I don't like, is the sound system. Sound system is very poor. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not something that if you're a music lover, you're gonna enjoy it. Like, wow, this is the best sound system. It needs a subwoofer, it needs some bass, it needs some more sound clarity. It's not worse, but it needs some improvement, it needs some work. But at this price point, I feel that's almost asking too much because there is no EV SUV that you can buy at this price point that can offer everything that Jaecoo is offering. Even the MGs. MGs, for the same price point, you're getting almost empty, like nothing in the car. So, I mean, it's a trade-off, you know, guys? Another thing that I still didn't fully adjust is the size, but because I came from a hatchback and also I drive a Honda HR-V, so those ones, they're like Honda HR-V is not small, but compared to this, it's not super big. So that was a little bit of an adaptation for me yet. Another thing that I really getting used to, but I don't like, is the braking. I feel the braking, there's a level to it, and if you're braking in tight spots, you might try to do that precision braking, you know, like when you're doing a parallel parking. And what will happen with you is you're going slowly and then you fully brakes, and then there's no middle way between it, and then you need to let it fully go and fully brake again. So I think it's maybe a matter of adaptation as well, which currently, if I have to park in a tight spot, I'm not comfortable in doing parallel parking in a tight spot because I feel that the brake is still not with me yet. I need to get used to the braking system. So what's the pros? The car is super quiet, guys. I've never seen a car this quiet. I don't know if it's the wheels, the window, or also the sound dampening that they put, right? Because they put those specific like covers to dampen the sound. But the car is super quiet. Like literally, it feels like you're putting headphones on. The 50 watts wireless charging is also pretty nice. I feel that it just adds a plus to the car. Because, you know, like you don't need to bring your power bank anymore. You just put in your car and it works. I've tried to make this review a more user-oriented. I think if you're looking to buy an EV that's cheap, interesting, nice, has a lot of features, and is a bang for the buck, and looks like a Range Rover, this might be the car for you.